Alright, I'm gonna try to one-shot this. Last time I made the video far too long. This is a video about what is it like having seizures, like in general. Problems, upsides. I made a section around that, and just like interactions, or contradictions, so to speak. Here we go. Daily problems. I have notes on the side here, so like the like my hand doesn't always twitch. It doesn't always physically manifest as like an epileptic event or like a seizure. Yeah, it won't always be like a myoclonic jerk. Um but it will have like a constant tingle in it. Like it's like this tingly electric sensation that is that I know is associated with my epilepsy and having seizures, because that's exactly what I feel before I have a seizure. So that's like the worst problem issue for me. It's not me actually having a seizure that's the problem. I'd rather have a seizure and get it over with and just be fine and not have that tingling sensation in my arm anymore. But uh it's not the case. um if I say again, I'm gonna freak out. The medication is mentally slowing and just annoying to take, especially after 31 years of having epilepsy. I'm just done with it. I wish you could just like take one pill and be done. There we go, guy. Always saying uh, epilepsy keeps me in a constant state of paranoia, which drives me bonkers. Well, paranoia might be a strong word for it. It just keeps me worried. Like right now, I'm like strapped into my chair with that little guy. I'm in here nice and safe. Uh, I feel pretty steady today, but better safe than sorry. I've had freak seizures, so I don't want to be flipping out of this chair and smashing my dome. I think you can see the mark on my head from me. I was literally flying my drone 2 days ago and had a seizure and hit my head on a table. Wasn't cool. And my drone almost landed in a football field where kids are playing football. So not cool. All right, I gotta fast forward this. Complications and complications or things that interact with each other. Um, I want to start by saying like the worst thing you can do, and the worst thing that I have done, like more than once, it's an easy mistake to make, is doing two things at once. So you could get a random date here, like October 1, you go to your primary neurologist, and he's like, hey, let's change your med somehow, blah, blah, blah. So you decide to change your med. That takes time. And say like maybe October 15th, you go, or if you have an RNS, you go to your RNS doctor, and he's like, hey, let's make a change. And you don't want to not make a change with your RNS device, just to make it clear you want to make a progression every time you go to your doctor. So say those two things happen. The follow-up visits for both of those doctors are going to be like almost useless. You won't know which one has helped more, and it's just super annoying. So like that's I guess a pro tip right there. Don't do two things at once. Always like med change or RNS device update, or start or start the ketogenic diet. Um, Jesus, that just instinctually happened. Uh, just one thing at a time. I also have here a section about tiredness and fatigue. It's quite a section. Tiredness and fatigue. Um, they go hand in hand almost. Like being tired doesn't mean you're fatigued, but if you're fatigued, well, I, but I digress. Um, having epilepsy will cause both those things to happen, and that's not good because most epileptic patients are triggered by a lack of sleep, a lack of rest, and fatigue, tiredness, fatigue. Uh, so like on like a normal night, I might have a few seizures, like 3 to 5, and on a abnormal night, I might have 20 to 30. And yeah, that's on the high end, but it's happened multiple times to me, and I can I'll wake up so tired with like bags under my eyes. It's outrageous. Little off topic, but like just want to talk about a ketogenic diet for 1 second. It's not hard to do. Most people just don't know how to maintain it. Like all you have to do is eat, and you could literally eat butter and be in ketosis. You could not eat for 8 hours and be in ketosis. But you're in ketosis, but you don't have a therapeutic level of ketones in your system to treat your epilepsy. Like my ketogenic diet hasn't worked for me for crap all, except for the first 2 days I tried it, and then like it had a steady decline of 1 week. Very confusing. This may seem like super trivial, and like oh, you're just complaining, but uploading my RNS data all day. Let me get this remote. I'll show you. This is my RNS remote. It's dusty. It's on the floor. All I do every day, which this is the part that annoys me. I hold this up my head, like exactly there, and it takes about 5 to 10 minutes, which is kind of mind blowing. But it's usually because I've had a lot of seizures, and if I don't do that every single day, then that data piles up inside the device. And like my doctors have told me it could hold like 2 to 3 days worth of data, and I believe that because I one time I was literally just sitting down there for at least 15 minutes, just warmed up to the head, like please finish. And anyways, like I said, it seems like trivial, like just a complainer issue, but it gets on your nerves. General issue, um, uh, I'll just fly over these because I could break these down into so many segments. Not driving, big one. Unemployment, obviously for so many reasons. Hitting the floor, yeah, no one likes that. Scars all over my body from having seizures. My back could be like literally a freaking map to a treasure island. There's so many dots on it. There's so many marks, scratches, lines. It's just nuts. Oh, like a hesitant approach to social life, and like and socializing in general, like getting out there. I'm a very social person. I like to talk to people, but having epilepsy is like it's like you kind of have to take a step back. Gotta backpedal for a second and just like know your limitations. Like if you want to go out to the bar with your friends, if you feel good, go for it. But it might not play out well. Like I said, you just have it's a hesitant approach. It's not like a social life is void thing. Relying on others for help. I'll just keep it that because it can get complicated. And finally, I have here being a grown ass man that needs help off the ground after having a seizure. And I think if you're ever like if you're ever 18, you can call yourself a grown ass man. But I'm 34, and I've hit the floor multiple times, more times than I can count. And it's I have to live at home right now. So right now, my mom or dad will come in the room like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And I appreciate it greatly. Yeah, sure, but I'm being like peeled off the floor by my mom or dad, and it's like my dignity can only take so much. And the final section here, I don't even know if I have sections. I'll title them, I'll chapter them in the YouTube chapter things. Upsides of having epilepsy. There's few, but they exist. Like meeting others. You meet so many people through epilepsy walks, epilepsy Reddit, Discord, the ambassadors and such. Really cool. Again, like that. It's like your online community. They're not like, I guess, real friends. And not having pay insurance on a vehicle. I think that's the second and my last of upsides of having epilepsy. The